Hi guys, and welcome back. So this is Dr. Perkins, and if you know me, one of the things I like to do is really ask questions to see if you understand what the information is that I'm telling you. So here's a case about hemoglobin and nausea and vomiting. See if you understand hemoglobin and the blood and everything else. So your 10-year-old son has had severe nausea and vomiting and diarrhea for the last 24 hours. 3 days ago, prior to the onset of his illness, he had a hemoglobin level of 8. Today, it's 12. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? And if so, why? So, one of the things is children are not little adults. Their bodies are constantly changing and everything else. And so one of the things is you look at this chart and it tells you what the normal hemoglobin level is by age. And so, right here, this is 2 to 6 months. This is 6 months to a year, 1 to 6 years. Okay, don't care. Okay, 6 to 18 years old. Okay, that's our child right here. He's between the ages of 6 and 18. So his hemoglobin was 8 before, so he was in the anemic range. Now his hemoglobin level is 12. It seems odd that his hemoglobin went up, so he went from being anemic to not anemic because he got sick? What? That doesn't make sense. How did getting sick make him get healthy? Improve his health? That doesn't quite make sense. If anything, getting sick should make him less healthy, right? And so I'd be inclined to interpret this change as a bad thing, right? So let's kind of look down and see what exactly we're even talking about right here. So one of the things we have is we have total blood volume, right? And so your blood is made up of plasma and formed elements, right? So red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Your red blood cells make the overwhelming majority of the formed elements, the cells and the cell fragments in your blood. And so 99.9% of all the cells in the blood are going to be red blood cells. So the hematocrit is what percent of your blood is made up of formed elements, right? And so let's see kind of what's going on with this child. So next slide right here. So this is hydrated and dehydrated. So this kid's had nausea, vomiting, diarrhea for the last couple of days. Well, if you're nauseous, you're not going to run and drink anything. If you're vomiting, you're losing fluid from your stomach. Your diarrhea, you're losing fluid from your intestines, your large intestine, and so on. Needless to say, you're getting dehydrated. And so where are you going to lose fluid at? Well, you're going to lose it in your plasma. So no surprise right here, right? So one of the things is you can see right here for a hydrated kid, a lot less of his total blood volume is being made up of the cells. So what happens? Well, one of the things that will happen is when you get dehydrated, as I said, you're losing the water, but you're not losing the cells. So a much bigger chunk of your total blood volume is being filled up with cells. So when he goes in for the blood draw, what's happening? He has less blood volume in general, but we don't really know or care about that when we're doing the blood draw. And so what happens is you're just going to keep on filling up this tube until it is totally filled, right? So we'll say 5 milliliters of blood or however much they drew in that tube. And so you can see what happened. Out of nowhere, that same 5 milliliters of blood is going to have a lot higher level of hematocrit, right? Because it's made up of cells, right? The percentage of his blood being filled up with cells, particularly red blood cells, is higher. It's going to have a higher level of hemoglobin. What's hemoglobin? Well, that's the protein that carries oxygen into red blood cells. And so this is why that dehydration is causing an increase in the red blood cell count, an increase in the hemoglobin, an increase in the hematocrit, and it's not a good thing. And so one of the things that's going to happen is as you hydrate him, what's going to happen is you're going to see a drop in that hemoglobin, a drop in the hematocrit, a drop in the red blood cells. And that's actually going to be a good thing because you're replacing this plasma volume that he's lacking, right? So that's what's going on there. Well, I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing you guys next video. Once again, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you'd like me to post another video on a different topic, please let me know. I'll be glad to do so.